funny. Obviously, I'm Marty Davison, and this is
David, of course.
And we're here just to have a chat. As you can see, we're outside the Gateway Elim Church, and hopefully Isaac will be able to sort out the background noise. So we have a date to return to gathering in the church building.
At last, yeah, it seems to have been a long time coming.
There has been a lot of work behind the scenes. Would you like to sort of tell people a little bit, what have you been doing?
What have I been doing? Risk assessment, for one thing. We've had several cracks at it, and it's not a 5-minute job, as you know, because you and I completed
Spent
it.
hours doing it.
Yeah, and so you've got to thoroughly think about all the issues. We did. We walked around the building several times. We looked at the guidelines. That's Elim guidelines. We looked at the government guidelines. You know, and that runs into this 50-odd pages.
Yeah.
And try to apply it to our situation. We've thought of all the scenarios, the things that could go wrong. Try and come up with solutions. Get it into the risk assessment.
Yeah.
Which we did. And it was accepted first time.
Yoo-hoo!
Yeah.
Small mercies and miracles.
Yeah.
Now, when are we coming back? What's our date?
13th of September, 10:30, one service on a Sunday at the moment.
And how do you imagine that going? Do you see it going really smoothly? Do you see it going? What are your thoughts?
Well, of course it'll go smoothly, won't it?
I love you're an optimist.
It's going to go smoothly. We everybody's been anticipating reopening. So there's a sense of expectation, a sense of excitement, coming together. It's good watching the meetings on YouTube, but you don't sense the presence of God
in the same way.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And you walk through the door here and you sense the presence of God, don't you? It's.
I would say to you, and I would say to those people watching that it will. I expect it'll go smoothly, but I expect it'll also be a learning curve.
Yeah.
That we, just as we started out doing word and prayer, and we made tweaks and improved things, just as we brought you the church service online, and we're always trying to improve things, it'll be something similar.
Yeah, it won't be perfect first time, will it?
No.
We will learn.
But it's dynamic as we move forward. We learn from our mistakes.
That's right. Yeah, that's.
Now, I want to go to church on the 13th of September. What do I do, David? What do we have an ABC sort of roughly?
Yeah, the first thing that has to happen is if you're coming, you've got to book a seat.
Okay.
And so people say, well, why is that? Well, there are two reasons. First of all, there's the government tracking and tracing situation where when people get together, we have to be able to identify who's been in the case of in case of the worst case scenario.
Yeah. And all, some people love their conspiracy theories, and sorry, I'm not into conspiracy theories, but we have to do the track and tracing.
Yeah.
And we will keep your details regarding that for the government stipulated length of time, which I think is 21 days. Is that right?
3 weeks. Yeah.
3 weeks.
So that's one reason why you've got to book a seat. The second is so that we can adjust the seating layout upstairs to accommodate, a family of 6 or a family of 3 or individual, so that social distancing on seating is complied with.
I thought I had, as I lay in bed, some of the greatest thoughts are when you're just about to go to sleep or when you just wake up, is if you're part of a bubble, and you're coming to church and that person who's in your bubble is coming to church, maybe you'd let us know, and then that can help seating as well.
Yeah, that's totally acceptable, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is. Okay, so we'll be sending out some communications. People need to read that, need to respond to that. People say all different things. Oh, if you're 70, you can't come along to church at this stage. We have the government guidelines before us. You've read them, I've read them. You're over 70, isn't that right, David?
Well, we don't want to dwell on that.
Okay. But you might fall into that character. Keep on rolling. No second takes. You fall into that category. Oh,
I do, yes.
And are you coming along to church?
Well, Denise, myself, and Rachel, we talked about it. We've been out to one or two places, and okay, the social distancing, the guidelines, what you should do, they're not adhered to.
Yeah.
People are all over the place, and so we know that here, when we open,
we'll adhere to
it's
that.
going to be a totally safe environment.
Yeah.
Totally safe. All the sanitization that's going to go on, the place will smell like a dentist surgery, won't it?
The hospital corridors, in the good old days.
Yeah. So we thought about it. So we think it's going to be safe enough for us to come. Yeah.
So you're coming.
We're coming. Yeah.
Okay.
We decided to come.
And that it really is a personal decision based on all the information. People need to make that decision individually.
They do, because a few months ago, our decision probably would have been,
no,
we're not going to come. Yeah.
Okay. Now, last question. What are you looking forward to in coming back?
Meeting the people is one of the things. We've had people round for social distancing, coffee in the garden, and so on, and that's been a real joy. Just to chat with friends and so on. And so it's to meet friends. It's the presence of God is the probably the biggest one of the biggest draws to get you back here. And of course to hear Marty preach, but we can hear him at home, can't we?
You can mute me and you can pause me.
Yeah.
No, don't go into that. That's okay.
I can say you sound good when you're paused,
Oh dear. Guys, this is just a short video, and we hope it helps. And there will be more videos. We promise you, or we threaten you with more videos as we go along with more information. And we are here to answer your questions to the best of our abilities.
Yeah.
So, if you're coming along on the 13th of September, we're really looking forward to seeing you.
Amen. Yeah.
God bless. Bye from me.
And goodbye from him.